And what's going on, fellow humans and resellers? Welcome to Tuesday morning. And the question is, has the sales continued? What happened? What's going on? Well, I will tell you that, and I will also give you an example of how you can make yourself look stupid if you don't keep an open mind and you think you know it all. Oh, you're going to want to see this, or hear this at least. All right. Yesterday evening, after 5 p.m., started getting server failures. Boom, boom, boom. Server failure here, there, everywhere. Here it goes again. I'm so hoping I was past that. Server failures, and it actually was saying server failure. It wouldn't upload my stuff. It said it cannot upload due to server failure. So I got that, trying to upload stuff. I got the white screen with the print across the top several times, trying to accept orders. And I got it doing something else that it normally don't pop up in. I think it was a search, where that hasn't happened in a while. So I had 3 different errors, server failure type of situations yesterday. So I'm like, uh-oh, what's going to happen? Yesterday finished out at $874. So yesterday ended fine, but last night overnight, 10-hour stretch, 3 items sold, and 3 offers came through in that 10-hour stretch. So I just saw that this morning. I'm like, for the last 5 mornings, I'm at 9:30. You know, I've been pretty high. $24. So it came back for me. Let's see how today plays out. Will there be a bounce back day, or will it look like what was happening prior to the last 5 days? If you don't know the last 5 days, 874, 817, 886, 889, 872. And that's just the US stuff on eBay. So only $24 at 9:30 a.m. this morning, with huge shutdown overnight. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. Let's see what that split ended up yesterday, because it was looking good. 42 items sold, 15 organic, 27 promoted, 64-36 split. So good on the, probably the best split day out of the 5 days, which is good. I also had the lowest total impressions out of the 5 days, which kind of makes sense for a Monday. But sadly started seeing those server failures last night, and that was my boo-hoo moment. This morning, 2 sold, 2 promoted, 0 organic. So that would be in the last 7.5 hours. Boo. Totally bummed me out, dude. Put in my new thing. Let me see if I can reprint this last night's label. Hopefully it'll be a bounce back day. Hopefully it won't have too much of an effect. We'll see though. Finally change it, so now I'm gonna have all that. Hopefully I have all of it. Start turning my papers in again. Yay, nice and clean. All right. Let's do some questions and comments. And so apparently I've got a vinyl video I put out during the summer that I was flipping through vinyl and talking about the vinyl I picked up at the downtown bins, I think when Kristen from A Rule Squirrel and Angie from Angie Resells was up. So I was talking about it, and apparently it's gone kind of viral because I've been getting a lot of comments on it or whatever. It's picked up steam, let's just say that. And this morning I had one guy, I'm guessing it's a guy, comment on it. And I'm just like, that didn't, kind of like a reverse, that didn't age well type of thing. He laughed, said, I don't know what I'm talking about, saying there's K-Tel collectors out there. Ha, ha, ha. Or something, he said. Basically making fun of me, saying that don't happen. And if you watch my videos, you've seen, especially in 2023, how much K-Tel record stuff I've sold. Especially a lot of 8-tracks. So I told him he might want to watch my channel because he might be able to learn something. But then, because on the second comment, he stated, I had a 45 record in there, and it had no artist on it. And the title was Misty and something else. And he said, oh yeah, that's smart. Put up a 45, because I said when I can't find no comps on it, I put it up for like $50 and wait for a best offer type of thing. And he's like, so I'm kind of giving these examples. So, I mean, I know I have to keep myself in check. It's not so hard anymore because I love listening and trying to take in new information now. So I'm not so, yeah, that's not going to happen type of person. But, so this is more an example of make sure you just keep your mind open, your ears open, because you never know what's, when you take in something, if it can work for you or not. So he was saying, oh yeah, that's a smart idea. Put something up when it has no sales history for $50. Yeah, good luck with that. Basically, and whatever else he said, being a smart ass, basically. But that record sold. And you've seen this type of stuff I've sold, and I've talked about that happening several times when I can't find an artist for something. Because I believe one of them ended up going for over $100. So, not from that video, but that type of situation. So, because I used to put them up, and I think I may even put that one up for like $100 instead of $49. So, point is just keep your mind open when you're listening to stuff. Don't always act like you know it all, because like I've said a million times, there's so many different variables across the board to do with anything and everything in life that all it takes is missing one variable that could change things or the way you do things, or even your life as a whole, for not in the reselling world maybe, but in life in general. But keep an open mind. I think that's the biggest thing with, like, you see my theme on my thumbnails lately. I'm going with the troll theme. I like that. I like that troll theme. Because I like the thought of being a troll to the trolls. So kind of playing off that theme right now with my AI creation of thumbnails. And that's the way a lot of people, like, I feel, are in the troll world. They think they know it all, they know better, but they probably don't even have enough experience in life that they shouldn't even be talking. They should just be listening. So keep an open mind, because you never know. All right, let's get some questions and comments, and then I got some items to ship out here, and hopefully we'll have a nice bounce back day. Let me look at since I had that payment, see what it's up to. $38. So definitely not going to hit 150 to 250 by 10 a.m. where these last like 5 days I was hitting that and beyond by 10 a.m. So, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, James. You knew it wasn't going to last. I know, but I was hoping. I was so hoping it was going to last. It's never lasted in the past, so. First comment. This is stupid. Buyer bought a tie Measurements on listing returned it doesn't fit. How the heck? Could be somebody new to ties. I know nothing about ties. I wouldn't know what a measurement means on a tie. But then again, I wouldn't buy one off eBay. I'd go buy one at a store to try it on first, but that's just me. Just me. That's just me, baby. It's just me. Just like they introduced promoted listings and it wasn't 100% necessary at first, they're going to do the same thing with off-site advertising. Well, they had off-site advertising before. They just paid for it all themselves. That's why when you search Google, you could find eBay listings, and then it kind of depleted because they stopped paying for it basically out of their own pocket. So you didn't really see eBay listings on Google. You saw Etsy and Poshmark and Mercari and Bonanza and TrueGather, but you didn't see eBay. The eBay just vanished. That's because they're putting the cost on us now. So if you want your items to show up out there, you have to pay the price now. So if you don't pay the promote and you don't pay the off-site advertisement, you're not going to get very much traffic. That is the future where we're headed. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. Unless you're doing 100% all high sell-through rate stuff. But then if you are doing that, you got to look at your competition and you have to battle your competition. So that's the way the world is going. Well, eBay world anyway. Been viewing your channel for a good while. Glad to see your sales have improved. Here's to hoping 2024 will be a great year for us eBay sellers. Cheers. Yeah, I'm hoping, I'm optimistic there'll be a bounce back day, but we'll have to wait and see, obviously. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's your choice and opinion. They can say what they want. Yeah. You tell them. Tell them. Hi, Courtney. Sheila says, hi, Courtney. Let's see here. I need to start liking these things as I go through them. Okay. I get a salesperson pays, then they cancel because eBay shows them cheaper items. It is a problem. Something was definitely going on. I had no sales or offers for 2 days, then boom, offers like crazy and back up to the normal sales. Nice, James. My sales dropped off after my sale ended, so I started another one at 35% off my store. Do you have a video to discuss how you charge for shipping? Shipping can make or break. I have an eBay store as a side hustle. I resell and sell my 3D printed parts I design. I love that whole thought of 3D printing. I would love to get one and just try different things, make different like cool music related prints. That'd be cool. I don't remember if I have a video. It's old. If you don't use eBay's calculated shipping, you basically just got to do tests. Depending on what you sell. If you sell a lot of things of the same weight, weigh them, just do a test, see how much it costs going to the farthest place, like say Hawaii or California, depending on where you're at, and just go with that number if you're using a flat rate across the board. So that's probably the best way to do it. Just test different weights of things. Don't look at things as being the same. Look at them as being the same weight. Like, okay, a hat and a t-shirt, let's just count them about the same. And then go from there. Instead of just going hats, t-shirt. Just, it takes time to play with and depends on what you sell. I mean, if you sell stuff all over the place, then you just got to kind of create a baseline. Like I have a baseline of small toys, medium toys, large toys. And it doesn't have to be a toy. I could be like, okay, this feels like it could be, I'll put this in as a medium toy. And then I know that that amount that I have set for a medium toy will cover this. This will be a medium toy. Like if I were to list this hat under toy, it's got its own hat one, but it'd be a small toy because it's light. This would be a small toy. So. And I'm already caught up with yesterday's. Not much action on my videos yesterday. I guess my and I'm not worried about it because I'm having fun creating them, but I guess my thumbnails are just, they don't get the clicks that when you, I don't know, maybe it's just my titles actually, because I think it's more about the titles than it is the thumbnails. And I've just been putting kind of generic titles. Maybe today I'll try to put something a little more questionable to see if it gets more clicks. Yesterday was, as we sit right now in yesterday's videos, 800, 720, and then Dolly was 80. Nobody watched Dolly. Nobody watched Dolly Meets Dolly Parton yesterday. Not many anyway, compared to the last Dolly videos at 281. Dolly hasn't taken off yet. And I didn't do no shorts yesterday either. Usually shorts bring in a lot of people. I forgot to do shorts yesterday. All right, let's do some shipping. I got the pickup. So the night before I had a decent amount of international. I've had a decent amount for the past 5 days. So I'm going to say there's probably none. I've got 15 orders. How many were international? 0. So kind of the red flags of the old. Hopefully it was just one night. Kathy Matei, the collection of hits cassette, sold for $7, headed to Wisconsin Dells. Somebody said they strongly disagree with me about putting cassettes in bubble mailers. I've been doing it for 22 years and never had really any issues. Of course, you have every once in a while on a blue moon where, like, if a book lands on it in media mail, but most of these go ground right now, so there's definitely no problems. And that one, ground. That's the thing about keeping an open mind, you know, depending on the person who said that, how long have you been doing it, you know, and then look at somebody who's been doing it for X amount of years, and you kind of weigh the odds, you know. Okay, this person's been doing it for 22 years, and they say they really have no problems. Okay, I've been doing it for a year, and I've had 2 problems. Well, instead of looking at it like that and like this, mesh them together. Say, okay, well, that's pretty good rate, even if you take your 1 year of 2, which is still good, mix it with 22 years of 1 every once in a great while, the odds are pretty good that it's going to be okay, type of thing. Next up, we got the Bass Pro. You know, I like grabbing all these cups. $16, Stanford, Maine. Let's see, Adrian put some boxes down here yesterday. Beautiful. Let me See if I can find a plastic bag to put that in so it doesn't get scraped by the box. Here's a baggie. I'll put in it. Yeah. Nope, that's not right. That's right. Devin. Next up, we've got CJ Wilson bobblehead. Headed to Texas, sold for $13.50. Secure in there. Perfect again. Nice. $10.84. Ain't that a Chicago song? 1, 3, 10, 8, 4. Ryan. $25.624. Next up, we've got, that's on a commercial, ain't it? The Country Club St. Albans hat. Headed up to Kansas City, sold for $8. Damn. 25.624. Next up, we've got the Black Label Society Sculpture. Picked this up on vacation. Yeah. At a Goodwill in a small town. I think it was Crossville, I think maybe. Or Maryville. Something. $1 a piece on them. Bought, 3 different ones. Headed to Oklahoma. Sold for $18. Needs to be resurfaced. George. George of the jungle, strong as he can be. Ah, watch out for that tree. We got a Michael Kors swimsuit. Jan picked up at the bins. Not this past Saturday, but Saturday before, since we didn't go last Saturday. Took an offer on this for $11. 25.624. Shelly. Next up, we got the Nintendo cord. Sold for $6. Headed to Ventura, California. Let's go through since that wire's in there. Marisol, maybe. That's different. Marisol. We've got C.W. McCall, Wolf Creek Pass on vinyl. That sold for $9.95. Yay! Haven't had one of those in a minute. Headed to Texas. Texas. Paul. Stop it, James. Next up, we got Mr. Big, Bump Ahead, Record Club version. Sold for $6, headed to Texas. It's going to the same town as that vinyl, but different people, different addresses. What's the chances of that happening? Exact same zip code, except for the last 4 digits. So same area, apart, one right after another. What are the chances of that happening? Should I get a lottery ticket today? So yeah, $6 head to Texas. And that should go ground. Julia. Or Julie, I should say. Next up, we got a Cardinals youth hat. Sold for $10.50, headed to Glen Carbon, Illinois. Yeah, if you think about it too, like none of my, nothing over, none of my $20 plus stuff sold overnight. So it's like one of those, no international, no high dollar, kind of a couple red flag things. Both totally opposite of what the past 5 days were like. Along with that huge shutdown. So I'm just talking this stuff so you can kind of hear what's in my head. So what usually raises red flags for me, and reasons I will say when something feels off or what have you. Melissa. And the reasonings behind it. Next up, we got Lincoln Park Hybrid Theory. Sold for $8, headed to Denver, Colorado. I do find it odd that I had 5 days all pretty much in the same dollar amount area. But that is the consistency I've always talked about that my store can generate. Top 3 Vandenberg, even though the consistency was a little abnormal, so almost spot on. Sold for $10.50, headed to Bear Creek City, California. because like if you watch a bunch of different resellers who actually give numbers and stuff, how many have had or can do 5 days in a row of pretty much the same dollar amount? You know, you got to have a pretty either consistent, I guess you got to have very consistency, whether that's with your items or with your volume type of thing, depending on which is the program you use, quality or quantity. So consistency in one or the other. Andy Williams, Merry Christmas cassette. Sold for $7, headed to New York. Consistency. Linda. And we got Winnie the Pooh VHS tape. Sold for $6, headed to Wheaton, Illinois. Ground, media, ground. So if eBay turns back on, if it becomes like it has been the last 5 days where it turns back on and gets back to that, I think today will only be like a $600 day. If it goes back to the previous of the 5 days, it's only going to be like a $450 to $500 day. So we'll see which one. Both will at least make my bottom end go, so we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully we're going for the 600 plus. And if it's like something I haven't seen, hopefully that's in the positive realm. Like, how did I end up with another $800 day? Instead of, it was only a $200 day. Consistency. But I'm going to continue to keep listing and drafting and keep that going. So I'm ready for the next 5-day run. Yeah, when I started getting those server failures last night, it was so disheartening. And the bad thing is like I got more in a smaller time frame than I think I ever have. That was the very disheartening thing. ba, ba, ba. See how many international I had in the last 24 hours then. Whoops. That's what I need to do. Okay, so let's see. Oh, wow. It is putting all my items from last Friday through yesterday all in one sheet, because I haven't been printing up sheets because I haven't had the ink. So I don't know how many was in the last 24 hours. It's showing 18 total for the weekend, basically. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out. Kind of a little short one today. So we will see how the day ends up on the pooling video later this evening, I'm guessing, and see how things are. It'll be around 5. The last 2 days I've been at, what, $700 pushing. What was yesterday? Actually, I don't remember yesterday, 4:30. The day before was 700 by 7. I don't remember what yesterday was. No. Anyway, hopefully it will get back up there. But, all right, I'm not expecting it. All right, thanks, everybody. I'll see you all in the next video. Later.